So my dudes, Valkyrja. Today, this is something that you guys are pretty excited for. This is a video about the OTK King, who I think is probably one of the best characters OTKing, Cyno. I'm going to be going over this deck list here. Keep in mind this deck list could be a lot better, especially Jade Bloom Terrace Room. Just ignore it because I was leveling up character proficiency with them. You can really swap out this third character to be whatever you think is best. But we're going to be focusing mostly on the interaction between Yoimiya and Cyno to set up really powerful virtual OTKs where you just normal attack out the wazoo. Now this is the deck list. You'll see if you played a good bit, you ought to know that this deck list is literally just normal attack out the booty. No, you normal attack a ton at a highly reduced cost, and you just keep laying into them. Now, the reason we don't have any cool pole arms is because the pole arms are really bad. I'll have a video going over that really soon. But the pole arms kind of just are, so we kind of don't use them. You could use a pole arm if you really wanted to, but this is the deck list I use. So now I'm going to be explaining Cyno, and in the background, while I explain how Cyno works, you are going to get footage of the game. So if you want to know exactly what I'm talking about whenever I'm going over him, feel free to pull him up in your own game, and we can follow along together now, class. But I'm going to be explaining Cyno. So Cyno, he's got a physical attack like everybody. 3 costs, and 4 costs for his ult and 2 energy. What his ult does, it deals 4 electro damage, and it gives him plus 2 stacks onto his passive, which his passive is a very big thing, and I'll be going over that in a second. But his skill also just gives 3 electro damage. So basically none of that matters, because the only thing that matters is his passive, and his passive is Pact Sworn Path Clearer. Now what his passive does is during the end phase he gains 1 level of Indwelling. Create the following effects based on Indwelling level. If he has 2 or more Indwelling, basically if it's past the second turn, he converts physical damage to electro damage. If equal to or greater than 4, increases his damage dealt overall by 2. If equal to or greater than 6, Indwelling level minus 4, so it resets it back down to 2. But basically he gains permanent electro infusion. So now what does this set up? This sets up Overload OTK, because the only real difference between him and Kaching is the fact that he continues to ramp up past that turn. He becomes very strong, and he's a very powerful finishing unit. So the way the deck ends up being played is very brain dead. You literally just speedrun Yoimiya's ult, pop Yoimiya's ult, swap to Cyno, and hope you have the cards you need to OTK on turn 3. That's literally it. Turn 1, you want to do 2 normal attacks with Yoimiya, which uses 6 elemental dice. And then turn 2, you want to pop her ult. All extra elemental dice, you want to try to get ready to set up for Cyno's big turn. And then you just run them down. And the reason we're doing Overload specifically is because Overload forces them to swap. It force swaps to the right, so it makes it so it's a highly disruptive deck, as well as dealing tons of damage, so it's hard to actually play around, other than them just flat out killing your team faster than you kill them. It is pretty damn strong in my experience, to the point where I don't even care who the third character is. The Jade Plume Terrace Room is just there just to be there. Anyways, that's basically the video. I'm going to let the duel play the rest of it out. Hope you guys enjoy. Let me know what you guys think about the deck. Thank you guys for watching as always. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
One with my blade. Death. A new cycle. Fate has been generous. Leave it all to me. I must leave no stone unturned. count your pigeons just yet. Fourth, my blade. The scourge of evil remains.